welcome everyone to Channel 19 as Sterling, the Lady Knights, will take on the Gateway Gators as Sterling Lady Knights enter this game 6-5 overall, 2-3 in the Colonial Division, and the Gatewayers entering this game 6-4 and 3-1 in their own division.
Take a look at the Colonial Liberty standings. Overall is the Haddon Heights Garnets 9-0 overall. Haddon Township right behind them 8-1. West Deptford is 5-6 overall. Haddonfield Bulldogs are 6-4, but their conference play is why they're below the Eagles. Sterling 6-5 with 2-3 in conference. Collingswood is winless in the conference, 0-5, 3-7 overall.
You take a look at the Colonial Liberty standing as Woodbury leading their division as winning all 5 of their division games and 9-2 overall. Gateway Gators shortly to follow with 3-1 overall in the division. Overall 6-4. Gloucester going at 3-5. Paulsboro 2-6. Audubon 1-6, and Lindenwold still trying to find their first game to win.
Yeah, you take a look here. Sterling 6-5. They're 5th. And the Colonial Liberty, their offense puts up 39 points a game. Defense allows 34 a game. Tori Wilsey, the leading scorer, with 10 points per game. Bridget Dixon with 8. Mackenzie McDonald with 8. And Erin Quinn with 5 points a game. And then on the other side, Gateway 6-4. They're second in the Colonial Liberty, putting up 44 points a game on offense, allowing 38 on defense. Angelina Zagoni, 16 points a game. Molly Shoulders with 9 points a game. Maddie Reed with 6 points per game. And Rachel McKnight with 4 points per game.
Take a look at the game history right here. Sterling leads this 16-0 right now as of 2007, of course. And take a look at the overall win and loss records. 297 wins and 113 losses. And in the league, of course, 118 wins and 45 losses. And home and away record is looking quite good for Sterling.
Yeah, and right here, keys to the game are tough team defense. They got to get out in transition, and they got to start fast and strong throughout this game. That transition point is going to be really important, especially when you play teams that have really good half-court defense and can control you in your half-court sets. As we take a look at some of the girls. Starting lineups here, Tori Wilsey, the senior, Raina Pelkak, the senior, followed by Bridget Dixon, who's probably running the point tonight, Mackenzie McDonald, the sophomore, and Erin Quinn, the sophomore. And guys, Sterling has won 4 straight games after losing 4 straight, a very streaky team, but it's good to see them start to get hot.
Yeah, quiet is, and of course,
in the way Coach Kate McDonald wanted them to play, and they followed that up with 3 really good wins, and now they sit right where they're at here tonight against this Gateway team.
And of course, Gateway right now entering a 3-game losing streak. Of course, things are losing to all 3 Haddons. As we take a look at the coaches right there's Kate McDonald and Coach Dan McGowan over there for Gateway Gators.
Yeah, his 5th season at Gateway Regional High School for the Gators. So we'll be joined by Rob Strauss.
Dixon controls the open. Right down to Wilsey. Wilsey off the window and in. That was quick. Got here right in time.
Yeah, Tori Wilsey coming off a real good game. She had 15 points, and she's been playing real well in this 4-game stretch.
Speaking of playing well, here's a steal. Breakaway for Dixon, who lays it up and in.
Well, if you can turn defense into offense, that's going to be a big plus tonight against this Gateway team.
And we've seen more recently, Bridget Dixon is playing extremely well on the perimeter on both ends of the floor.
Air ball by Zagoni. Keep an eye on number 21 for Gateway. Angelina Zagoni, only a sophomore, leading the team with 16 points per game. Pelkak, wild shot. corralled by Zagoni.
Yeah, 16 points per game, 163 points on the season, and then she's got 67 rebounds on the year with 14 assists and 13 blocks. Definitely a player to watch out for.
Inbound to Summers, back to Maddie Reed. Reed on the drive to Zagoni. Zagoni is going to draw a lot of attention.
Yeah, you could see them already collapsing down on her when she got the ball there at the high post position.
Jump ball between Pelkak and McKnight. Inbound underneath the basket for McKnight. Fouled and going to the line will be Shoulders. Picking up the foul is Erin Quinn. That's her first, team's first, obviously. 4 points a game for McKnight, the senior. Check that, that's Molly Shoulders, excuse me. Went to the line.
And with Sterling, you've got a bounce lineup with the 3 sophomores go along with the 2 seniors, Tori Wilsey and Raina Pelkak, who both have come up with stellar games in this 4-game stretch.
Wilsey, Dixon, Quinn, Pelkak, and McDonald. McDonald, beautiful pass. McDonald converts her first bucket, coming off of a double-double in her last game.
Well, Bridget Dixon's going to draw attention. She sees that opening down the middle, draws the defenders her way, and just a great move by Mackenzie McDonald. I called her Kate McDonald.
They look
Mackenzie
so
McDonald,
similar.
Yeah, going to the basket and laying it soft off the glass.
Well, and that pick and roll play is extremely tough to stop defensively. And Mr. Schulz, I beg the question, I think the pick and roll will be around for 100 more years.
Timeless. It's always going to be a play that works.
Dixon fouled off the Quinn miss. And it's going to be a foul on Summers, her first, team's first.
And some teams kind of defended it a little better than others, but Gateway really had no answer for what Dixon and McDonald were able to do right there. We got one.
One more for Dixon. Is good. 4 points for Bridget Dixon. 8-2 Sterling.
And we've seen this team really struggle at the free throw line. They seem to be getting better as the year goes along.
Almost a steal by Pelkak. And now a foul by Pelkak.
But you see Pelkak going for the steal. We saw Bridget Dixon get the steal out on the perimeter. And I think when you pressure the perimeter, pressure the guards on the perimeter, it makes it that much tougher for teams to settle in to a rhythm in their half-court set.
Sends McKnight to the line. 4 points a game for the senior. Misses her first. A team wearing blue and white is going to win tonight.
Good call.
I'm just going to put that out there.
take the money.
I'm not a betting man, but if I were to say that, there's a team wearing blue and white that will win tonight. Dixon drive off the window too strong. Rebound down low to Shoulders. Strong rebound by the freshman Molly Shoulders.
Yeah, she leads this team in rebounds with 72 boards on the year. Put up one more, now 73.
Trapped in the corner, Zagoni, and will be a whistle in Sterling basketball.
But we continue to talk about the defense. We see it real strong out in the perimeter, and there you saw Zagoni trying to go with that baseline drive, and Tori Wilsey did an outstanding job moving over there, getting position, and cutting that baseline drive off.
McDonald, yes. Beautiful feed from Dixon.
And
Her second bucket of the night.
They're really running a good pick and roll game with Dixon and McDonald's getting the ball down in the low post and converting at the rim.
Mackenzie McDonald looking real good, finishing around the basket.
3 ball, too strong, almost found its way in. Wilsey in transition, wild shot, rebounded down low. Stay Sterling basketball. 10-3 Sterling, 4:20 remaining here in the first.
And that's a tough shot right there. It looks like he tries to draw a little bit of contact on the way up and try and get to the line.
Pelkak for 3. Yes! Got the friendly roll, did Pelkak. But they say that her foot was on the line, so it's going to be a 2-pointer for Pelkak.
And we've seen Sterling so far throughout this, half of this first quarter contain Zagoni and the rest of the Gators in that half-court set as Pelkak hits a basket in transition.
Yeah, that's a perfect example of what we were saying about pressure in the perimeter. You had a situation where you had the point guard to get away from Dixon, have her back to the entire half-court set to her team, and Dixon gets the steal.
30-second timeout Gateway, as Sterling has jumped out to a 14-3 lead.
30-second timeout taken by the Gators.
And we saw one of those keys to the game was getting out in transition. When the half-court set starts to struggle, getting out in transition allows you to get back there when the defense isn't set up. Take a look at the nice roll that Pelkak gets there on that long 2.
So Pelkak in the last game here at home put up, I think, 15, 17 points. Had a real nice night for Sterling. And now they are in the midst of a 4-game winning streak. Gateway on a 3-game win streak of their own.
That game really got them going because this was a Sterling team to that point that really was not playing well. We're really struggling. And again, you talk about the senior leadership of Pelkak coming up with a big game there. The last game at Gloucester, you had Tori Wilsey come up with a big game. So I go back to this really being a nice team when you talk about the balance of the seniors and the 3 sophomores on here.
Foul's going to be on Molly's shoulders down low. Her first, team second, as she was battling with McDonald down there, away from the play.
First foul, team
Both
second.
teams with 2 team fouls apiece.
Well, Mr. Schulz, you talk about how they weren't playing very well. They had lost 4 straight, and now they're on a bit of a 4-game win streak. And I think that's what you'll see. This team is really young, and with young teams, as there's Mackenzie McDonald getting the basket, but with young teams, you're going to be really inconsistent.
And I think it has a lot to do with confidence. Other thing we see, whether it's a half-court set or in their transition game, they're missing a lot of baskets down low, makeable baskets that now they're converting on.
Foul's going to be on Pelkak as we take a look at the last basket. It's going to be her second, team's third.
Foul is on number 22.
Good job getting the offensive rebound and
Second foul, team's third.
finishing through the contact, finishing over shoulders. Good job by McDonald in the low post.
It's going to bring in Morgan Sims after this free throw attempt by McKnight, who's 2 for 3 from the line. Really impressive off the bench has been Morgan Sims. A real nice surprise name we didn't call last year at all.
Yeah.
Has been a real nice surprise here for Sterling here this season.
And another sophomore, there's been times where she's come in, defended, and probably more importantly, hit a couple key threes in games.
Speaking of threes, too strong there for Wilsey. And here comes Reed in transition. Spin move, turnaround blocked by Tori Wilsey. Now Sterling in transition, feeds ahead to Quinn. Quinn off the window, can't get it to fall. Unfortunately, it's going to stay here as it goes off Zagoni and out of play.
And Rob, just as you were talking about Morgan Sims, she was the one that cut off that drive to the basket, forced the errant pass, and got Sterling going the opposite way. Of course, they weren't able to convert on that one, but it just shows you how you were talking about Morgan Sims coming in the game and immediately having an impact.
Wilsey to inbound, has Sims wide open underneath the basket. Wilsey finally finds her. Quinn in trouble, back out to Sims. That's for a long two, off the front of the rim. Sterling, another offensive rebound, another second opportunity here for the Knights. Sims going to try it again from a different side. Different result. This time it's a three for Morgan Sims.
And she's been a fantastic shooter outside all year, and especially during the fourth quarter when the girls need some buckets, they seem to look to her. And defensively, Mr. Schulz, she's done a lot of work defensively on the other end.
First field goal of the game for Gateway, and Sterling looks like they stepped on the baseline there, and it's going to be a turnover, but that was the first field goal of the game for Molly Shoulders, and for Gateway, for that matter.
Morgan Sims, I believe she was coming off a pick and came along the baseline.
Set play, easy bucket there for Zagoni from the baseline. Short little jumper, converts, and it's a 19-8 game with 100 seconds to go. McDonald fouled hard down low against Zagoni. That's going to be her first. Team's third. Maddie Klein going to check into the game for Aaron Quinn.
Foul is on number 21, Zagoni. First foul, team's third.
Go in for Sims, who loses the handle into the hands of Summers.
And after a really rough first quarter,
A steal by Klein, and she traveled. Good defense, though, by Klein to poke it away, though.
To poke it, and she was put in a tight spot. She was kind of leaning forward. You see right here with the defender right behind her, and your ball was so low you couldn't just dribble it, and grabbing it, obviously, it's tough not to get the travel called against you there.
The double down low, and Zagoni's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot a pair. They get the foul on McDonald. That'll be her first, team's fourth.
and they've had Zagoni on the watch all night. She gets the first free throw to go. They've had her on the watch all night, and a lot of help defense. Tori Wilsey has been the primary defender, but they've had a lot of help right on the way, especially near the rim.
And not a bad job by her, spinning away from that help defense and at least giving herself the opportunity to draw the foul and get to the free throw line. So you can see why she's a very heralded sophomore here for these Gateway Gators.
Under a minute to play, they're looking for McDonald, and she just got a hand on it and fell right into the hands of McKnight. And the Gators a chance to make this a two-possession game here with under 45 seconds remaining in the first.
And in this last, since maybe the 2-minute mark in this first quarter, the Gators have seemed to start to get their footing after a rough first 6 minutes.
Zagoni, yes. Beautiful shot by Angie Zagoni. She has 6. Sims for 3. Yes. Second 3 off the bench. Morgan Sims has been incredible off the bench this season.
And they're going to have to come out and address Morgan Sims out on the perimeter, but she also does a good job seeing players open away from the ball.
Zagoni gets a loose ball, and that's how the quarter will end. A missed shot by Zagoni at the buzzer. Sterling going to take a 10-point lead into the second quarter. But thanks to the hot shooting of Morgan Sims off the bench, that's one of the big reasons why Sterling has a 10-point lead. 22-12, we're going to head to the second quarter. We'll be back on Channel 19 right after this.
Whether you are a young athlete or an active adult, Dr. Vincent Marchese of Beatty Harris Sports Medicine helps you to reach your physical goals. The team, with locations in Newtown Square, Cherry Hill, and South Philadelphia, treats everything from acute sprains and sports-related concussion to arthritis and chronic tendon pain. Through an evidence-based, patient-centered approach, Beatty Harris Sports Medicine delves deep to find the source of your pain and get you back to the activities you love. To schedule your evaluation, visit BeattyHarrisSportsMed.com or call 610-601-9177.
And we take a beautiful look at the castle and a nice sunset in the background as Sterling Lady Knights taking on this 22-12 over the Gateway Gators. And currently with us, a great new announcer with us is Josiah.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Great to have you here. And what do you think? What do you see from the first quarter? What do you like from the Lady Knights?
I mean, it seemed that Sterling pulled away pretty fast in the beginning of the game, but it seems Gateway is kind of coming back a little bit. It's kind of staying in range.
Anything that you think the Gateway coach might have said to them?
I would just say use the screen. Once they got the ball to the big man down low, she seemed to get to it. So I would just keep running screens, pick and rolls, get into the paint.
As we come back as Mackenzie McDonald makes a nice, easy two.
Yeah, they're running a fantastic game with Dixon drawing a lot of attention. That frees up McDonald in the low post, and she's doing a nice job of converting those looks at the rim.
Again, you talk about using that screen and using the big man.
That's it.
Shoulders for two.
It's working. You got to keep going with it.
Shoulder sets up another two, and it's having a nice, impressive night so far. McDonald again. Decline. Sims going to go for another three, and sinks another three in. Hot off from the bench. Hot and press.
We've seen this all season long. Morgan Sims from the outside does a great job as a three-point specialist for the Lady Knights, and on the defensive end, just as well. Sort of a 3-and-D type of player.
She's on fire.
I believe she's 3 for 3 here tonight.
Actually, yeah, she might have went for a long two. I thought that was a three, but I think it might have been a long two. It's Bridget Dixon now. Was the three that she missed?
Here's Klein.
No, it's not about the one three that
Gazzoni down the court, working on Wilsey.
Zagoni unable to make that shot, but Wilsey, can she get it? No, she can't. Zagoni passes right out. And enough. There's a long two from Janet Summers.
And you see right there, Gazzoni drawing a lot of help attention. That frees up Summers, who hits the long two outside.
Sterling going to try and set something up. And Josiah, what are some things that you've liked from Sterling so far?
I mean, they're moving the ball well. They get easy layups, as we just saw from Tori. They always find a way to get the open person a basket.
Zaguni going to pass it straight up to Shoulders. Shoulders in a little bit of a pressure, gets fouled, so she'll be straight to the free throw line to take a look at the basket. And Joshua, what do you like seeing from that play?
Second foul.
I mean, they're just moving the ball, but on the defensive end, if I'm Sterling, I'm double teaming the big man down low every time she gets the ball. She seems to be the only one being really productive right now, so I'm double teaming every time she's in the post.
Well, they've done a good job of trying to get that help defense over there, but it's just resulting to a foul. Molly Shoulders has been a dominant force in the low post all night.
Molly Shoulders, only a freshman at 6'1".
Yeah, and coming into this game, she led the team with rebounds, and 72 rebounds. Has a few here tonight.
As we're going to take a timeout called by Sterling, as our next TV game will be Friday, January 21st, as the Sterling boys basketball team will take on Clearview live on Channel 19. And of course, that will be also on YouTube, youtube.com/SterlingTV19. Of course, I believe Joshua is also on the boys basketball team.
Yes, sir. It's going to be an exciting game.
How do you feel about facing Clearview?
I mean, I think we versed harder opponents this season, but I know that if we don't go into the game prepared and ready for the competition, we might fall short, but I'm expecting a victory.
Again, Clearview is from the same division as Williamstown, which was a tough defeat, of course.
Yeah, that one hurt. I'm not gonna lie, that one stung a little. But you know, it's just a lesson learned. We got to bounce back, come back harder, and that's what we're planning to do.
That's how they come in that timeout again. Maddie Klein just another great senior on this Sterling bench, is just always, I feel like, good defensively and offensively, able to find opportunities for other players.
Yeah, she's a great playmaker when she runs the point. You can see right here, Quinn doesn't get the friendly roll, and foul on Quinn.
As that's going to be Sterling's 6th foul of tonight in this second half, this first half.
I feel like those are the two things that we talk about a lot, is the girls foul a lot, and when they get opportunities at the line, they're not able to capitalize.
Shoulders now, unable to get that. Ball still bouncing around, and Sims able to hold on to it and give it back to Dixon. Quinn now. Giving back to Sims. Sims. It's been hot off from the threes. As Wilsey goes for a three, pops right back out. And Bridget Dixon able to poke that one defensively. And I just saw Josiah shaking his head. What did you not like there?
No, actually, it's because I did like it. It's just she's so it's kind of hard to keep track of her. She's like fast, small. She's everywhere on the court. You never know where she is.
Yeah, she does a great job defensively out on the perimeter. Forces a lot of turnovers for these Lady Knights.
Moving around trying to find Dixon does. Wilsey now open. Doesn't go for the three.
And we've seen Sterling really rely in the half-court set on Mackenzie McDonald. Now with her out, they got to find somebody to step up in the half-court set. 4:08 left to go. Knights up 29-17 as Zagoni will inbound the ball to Madison Reed, the senior guard. Miscommunication there for Gateway as it'll result in a turnover. Dixon running the offense for the Lady Knights. Finds Klein outside. And again, we just talked about it, but now they seem to be struggling in the half-court set, especially without Mackenzie McDonald on the floor. Seems to be a good defensive possession so far for Gateway. As Quinn's outside looking for help, screen by Sims. Gets it over to Dixon. Almost stolen there for Gateway. And a nice pull-up jumper from Tori Wilsey at the elbow.
You know, we talked about Sterling having 6 fouls, 3 minutes left in the second quarter. I think they need to find a way to slow down the defense without reaching or putting too much pressure, or just trying to stay away from the fouls.
Pelkak checks in for Morgan Sims. Pelkak outside.
It seems like Sterling is either kind of slowing down the pace a little bit and kind of wasting a little bit of clock.
Well, as Josiah said, with those 6 fouls, it might be smart to slow it down. There's a foul on Gazzoni. She's not happy about it.
Foul is on number 21, Zagoni. Second foul, team's 4.
That's going to be Zagoni's second foul.
Pelkak, too strong. And they're going to get a foul on Reed.
And that's going to be the Gateway Gators' 5th foul, so 2 fouls in quick succession for the Gateway Gators.
Rosie to inbound. Finds Klein. Klein, tough shot under the basket. Defender in the face, gets it to go. Pushes this one to 33-17. Knights with the advantage.
As Gateway Gators will take a timeout, we're going to take a look at this replay right here. Josiah, what do you see right here?
I mean, that's just a great play. The back screens around the perimeter, it's just a great way to find the open person to get the easy layup.
30-second timeout. Taken by the Gators.
It's going to be a 30-second timeout, and again, so far Sterling right now lead. We kept close in that first quarter, but now is kind of taking out a huge lead in the second quarter.
Yeah, clearly in the driver's seat here, and I think the big difference is they frustrated Gateway offensively. Gateway seems to rely heavy on Zagoni, who had 163 points coming into the game. She hasn't been too much of a factor. They've had a lot of help defense in those half-court sets, and they've done a lot of damage out on transition. Let's take a look at Maddie Klein, senior off the bench.
Madison Reed will send this one in.
Zagoni outside, fires up a three, and that one goes down for Angie Zagoni.
That was a deep NBA three.
Wilsey fires back with another three and answers right back, so the threes cancel out. As Wilsey answers right back. Zagoni guarded by Wilsey, looking for help.
I think any basketball player, I mean, any basketball fan really loves watching threes and dunks.
Take a look at the Wilsey three, but shoulders was fouled and the basket counts. So getting a trip to the line here with 1:38 to go.
And I believe that is now Sterling's 7th foul, so one-on-one shooting fouls for
Jordan Baker checks in for Aaron Quinn.
Quinn has now 3 fouls already, so he's going to be a little bit in danger for the rest of this game.
And one free throw is airmailed. Dixon running the point here. And guys, she does a phenomenal job of being a true playmaker for this offense.
Really is. And again, we mentioned how she can get lost in the in a crowd of your opponent and just come out of nowhere. She's fast and agile. Tori Wilsey able to have a breakaway and gets the layup.
That's just great defense by Tori Wilsey. Being able to get there, poke the ball without fouling, and get an easy layup.
Zagoni outside with less than a minute to play here, and we've seen aggressive defense from the Lady Knights all game. This highlight here from Tori Wilsey, just one of the many frustrations that have caused Gateway to be down as much as they are in this game. Another aggressive move by Wilsey. Gazzoni looking for help. Finds Summers.
I think if you're the Gators, you just try and take the clock down all the way to 0 and try to take the final shot.
The ball was knocked away, but it will stay Gateway possession. And I think with 31 seconds left, if you get a good look, you should be able to take it, not try and hold for the last shot just yet. Gazzoni doubled, dribbles, fires up a shot, doesn't go, rebound Baker. And Dixon going to slow things down here.
I think now is the time to take the last shot. No need to force anything.
Now Sterling will get the final shot.
Wilsey fires up a three. They're not going to wait for the last shot, but Klein with the rebound. And a nice job of using the glass and gets that one to go as the buzzer sounds. And Sterling up 40-22 at halftime. Going to take another look at this basket here from Maddie Klein.
Guess we're not. Sterling's going to lead this. We are going to take a look at this real quick. Wilsey misses the three. Klein comes in and just shoots it right up, hits off the glass, and just drops right in. Sterling right now leading this 40-22 over the Gateway Gators. That's the end of the second quarter. We'll be right back for third quarter action right after this.
What's up? I'm DJ Wagner, and and I play for Camden High. I got vaccinated against COVID-19 so I could protect my teammates, coaches, family, and friends.
I got my shot because I know the truth. The vaccine works and saves lives.
With the Delta variant spreading, we need you to get off the bench and get in the game.
No excuses.
The vaccine is the best way we can protect our community.
This is your shot.
This is your shot.
Make it count.
For a list of free vaccination locations, visit CamdenCounty.com/vaccine.
Would you check your email?
What's email?
The thing that keeps making that sound! Now I know why you didn't join me for the fire escape! Open it now! 1,700 emails!
Maybe you should open your emails too.
You think so?
Bullying, no matter the circumstances, someone will always be there for you.
Over 160,000 kids refuse to go to school each day in fear of being bullied.
Stop bullying and be united.
heard of Redmond's Revenge?
No, what's that?
Well, legend says every time a kid breaks a rule, Redmond sends them to Eternal for an entire year. Last year it was Susie Pink. This year it could be you. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah, okay. I'll see you second block.
And welcome back to Sterling. 40-22 is your halftime score as we take a look at the leading scorers. Tori Wilsey having herself a night here as a starter, 11 points. Morgan Sims off the bench with 9. Mackenzie McDonald with 8. But the story for the Gateway Gators, as it's been all season, Angie Zagoni as a sophomore leading the way with 9. Not to be outdone, Shoulders with 2 as well.
And Zagoni's garnering a lot of attention. You see her right here. One thing she does that's impressive, when she spins away from defenders, she really gains a lot of ground, and she's very quick at it. So you can tell she's used to being double teamed and having to help defense come over, and she can also obviously hit from the outside.
The aforementioned Zagoni, 2 fouls, 2 each for McDonald and Pelkak. Erin Quinn picked up her 3rd late in that first half and didn't really agree with the call, but nonetheless, she has 3, so she's going to be used probably pretty sparingly from here on out. And take a look at Tori Wilsey, who's leading the way for Sterling, who has 11.
And she's done a great job on both ends of the floor, being a real leader for the offense and defensively, getting a lot of steals and causing a lot of pressure. She's been one-on-one with Zagoni all night and has only held her to 9 points, which is very impressive.
Take a look at Dan McGowan, the head coach, 5th season at Gateway for McGowan. Having himself a real nice season. 2nd overall in the Patriot division behind Woodbury, who's 9 and very impressive, 9-2, undefeated in the conference as well. But this Gateway team averaging 44 a game, allowing 38 a game. It's doing a really, really nice job. But it's been the peaks and valleys of Gateway, very similar to what Sterling has experienced this year. Starting off hot, got cold, now they're hot again.
Yeah, you take a look at it. Sterling's won 4 straight after they lost 4 straight. They're a very streaky team, but I think that's what comes with being a young team. You're going to be really inconsistent. And Gateway has lost 3 straight to all the Haddons. They played all the Haddons in a row and lost to all 3 of them. Haddon Township, Haddon Heights, and Haddonfield was their most recent loss.
You take away the Haddons, and they're right in the thick of things.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. The Haddons also cause us problems, too. So
from time to time, yes. What about on the volleyball court, Josiah? Yes, no?
We actually don't play any Haddons on the volleyball court. None of them have volleyball teams.
So you're undefeated. Against the Haddons. So that's good news for you.
We're just the best.
Almost a steal, and it is a steal. Here comes McKnight the other way off the window. Too strong. Rebound to Quinn. Dixon, Quinn, Wilsey, McDonald, and Pelkak, the starting 5 in the second half, same as the first half. Bridget Dixon calling for it, fakes a shot, goes in, nails it. Bridget Dixon, her first bucket since the first quarter, she has 6.
Nice job with the pump fake there that, draws the defender away from Dixon and gets her a good open look from the mid-range.
Long range 3, almost fell for Zagoni, getting the offensive board to Summers, but she has it blocked. Up ahead for Pelkak. Pelkak, easy lay-in, yes. Pelkak has 6.
Another good job in transition right there for the Lady Knights. That's how most of their, easy looks at the rim have come so far tonight.
Tori and Marina, they've been playing since middle school, so their chemistry is really well. They play well together, so that's easy for them.
Another steal from Dixon, all by herself. Lay in, no good. Gets her own rebound. Baseline, looks down low, finds McDonald for 2.
And you talk about the chemistry, while Bridget Dixon and Mackenzie McDonald haven't played since middle school, their chemistry tonight has really been showing.
Both only sophomores. So we're going to be calling those names for the next couple years. It's going to be a good combination. A couple years after you graduate, they'll still be playing here, Josiah.
Yeah.
Good entry pass for Shoulders. Thought she shuffled the feet, no call. Rebound to Pelkak. Am I the only one that missed the shuffling the feet?
No, I saw it too. You're not
Dixon,
going crazy.
Floater, rebound Pelkak. Blocked by Shoulders, and the rebound into the hands of Zagoni, who's not afraid to shoot from anywhere, so Wilsey's going to be out tight on her.
Zagoni's just not afraid to be great.
Dixon with another steal. Has Pelkak trailing. Back in the hands of Dixon. Dixon steps back 3, too strong off the back of the iron. Rebound to Summers. 5 minutes remaining in a fast-paced third quarter here. 46-22 Sterling. 3 from Zagoni. No. Rebound. McKnight.
Rejected.
And a whistle and a travel.
Yeah, and you mentioned fast-paced, Mr. Straussen. We see, can Sterling maintain this, for the rest of this third quarter and all of the fourth quarter? Because that's the way that they've been getting a lot of their points and a lot of their chances at the rim converted.
Shoulders too strong. Dixon controls and brings it up the floor for Sterling. Wilsey wide open for 3. She can't convert. Shoulders with a rebound. (46-22). Sterling has led throughout. They led 22-12 after 1 and 40-22 at half. Scoop shot. Pelkak with the rebound as we're halfway through the third. Dixon pushing, finding Quinn off the window and in.
That's a beautiful cut from Quinn.
First bucket for Erin Quinn, another sophomore on this team. Talk to us a little bit about the importance of having young players on the team. So I have a lot of sophomores on this team, a lot of young players.
I mean, it's huge. It's having young players, giving them time to develop, and especially if they're already talented by the time they get in high school, by the time they're leaving high school, they're going to be amazing at what they do. So much time and just effort spent into just doing what they do the best.
Zagoni picks up her 3rd. That's the team's first.
When we talk about the sophomores a lot, this girls team is very sophomore heavy.
Pelkak and Wilsey, the only seniors on the floor in the starting lineup. Pelkak for 3. That's no good. That was off the mark. And rebound to Shoulders. Foul on Dixon. Playing a little too aggressive on the defense there. That's only her first, team's first.
Foul is on Dixon. First foul, team's first.
She has come up with a handful of steals. Zagoni from way downtown. Almost hit that.
Yeah, we've seen her try that a few times, and The first three she hit in the first quarter was from way outside, and she got it to fall. The other two have not been the same result.
Wilsey open for three, takes it, rims in and out. Pelkak battling for the rebound. Pinballs into the hands of Summers. And the junior brings it up the floor, working against Dixon. Pelkak trying to reach in for a steal. And this is what Sterling has done very, very well over their 4-game win streak, is their defense and converting defense into offense.
Yeah, they've done a good job defensively of just frustrating opponents in their half-court sets, and they managed to get a steal or a turnover, and they're ready to run out on the break before the defense can get set up and get an easy score.
See a lot of this on the boys team, Josiah, as well, out trying to turn defense into offense. How big was that win for you guys the other night? Coming off of a real tough loss at a really good Paul VI team, and then the Washington Township loss, and you finally get back in the win column against Gloucester.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Like, every loss is a lesson. That's what Coach Bender said. You got to learn from everything you lose. So just to be able to bounce back and just gain a little more confidence is great for the team, and I'm sure we're going to keep winning.
Maybe you guys can go a nice little streak. Blocked by Zagoni. Summers backs it out. Ball on the floor. Dixon somehow comes up with it again. Now she'll slow it down. Under 2 to play here in the third.
Smart job by Bridget Dixon knowing how to slow it down, as there's Morgan Sims outside. Knocks down a three. Morgan Sims, her 4th three of the game.
She's got the hot hand.
Off the bench, 12 points, all 3-pointers for Morgan Sims. Talk about some players that just, we were jokingly talking about this the last broadcast on Channel 19 of the girls team, how she doesn't miss when she plays on Channel 19. There's some players play really, really well on Monday Night Football or in the prime time. Maybe that's Morgan Sims. 12 points, all from beyond the arc. Keep the hot hand in the game. Erin Quinn checks out. Maddie Klein checks in.
Well, she's been a real spark when the girls need it, especially in tight games. They look to her throughout the 4th quarter, but she's a really good 3-point specialist for this offense coming off the bench.
Long three on the way from McKnight is no good. Rebound to Pelkak, and here comes Sterling with 61 seconds remaining and a comfortable 51-24 lead. McDonald battling for the rebound. She can't hang on to it. Thompson off the bench for Gateway controls the rebound. Sims commits the foul. That'll be her first. That will send Bellafini to the line. Freshman. Misses her first free throw. The youngsters getting into the game tonight. 1 and 2 at the line for the freshman.
And just like Sterling, Gateway seems to be a young team with their 2 leading scorers being underclassmen in Zagoni and Shoulders. And they've been struggling and had their highs and lows just as Our Lady Knights have.
Dixon from range, no good. Rebound comes back out to Dixon, and Sterling will reset with 22 seconds remaining here in the third. Pelkak being hassled, passes off to Sims, but she travels. 17 seconds left to go in the third. Sterling has more than doubled up the Gators here in the third quarter. Zagoni tripped as she goes to the basket.
Right there, 25.
Let's see who they get on the foul there. Get McDonald with her third, team's fourth rather, and Zagoni again has been impressive here tonight, as she has all season. Sims at the buzzer! Her 5th three of the night at the buzzer. I'll quote NBA Jam, she's on fire.
shooting with so much confidence. She knows she's going to make it every time she shoots.
Morgan Sims had 2 threes in the first, 1 in the second, and 2 in the third. This latest at the buzzer. We take one more look at it. Got it off with 1 second left to go. Knew it was down the entire way. Raina Pelkak in the background calling it. Sterling doubling up the Gators, 54-27. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right after this.
Tank Maroney!
Where am I?
Tank Maroney, you are being convicted of not wearing your mask and exposing others to COVID.
I've done no such thing.
Show me.
Here's our proof. Please forgive me.
Silence! For your recklessness to not abide by the rules, I sentence you to 10 months of short breath.
Endless coffin.
An endless pain.
No! We in here for the same thing?
Yeah. Sadly.
Back to live action. Morgan Sims has been the story off the bench. Schulze, you got a chance to see as a spectator, as I want to thank Josiah Weck for checking in. Did a great job.
She just really looks like she feels confident, just getting the ball, setting the feet, taking her time, not rushing anything, just in a zone right now.
And points like that will honestly get you up to the starters, and almost Pelkak gets that one to go in, but McDonald able to get a layup for Sterling.
McDonald quietly in double figures, she has 12.
Yeah, doing a real nice job underneath, down low in the low post. Really doing a good job with the putbacks.
7 different players have scored for Sterling. Spreading the ball around, as they say. We'll have basketball for you again tomorrow. The boys right back here on Channel 19. Clearview coming to town. As I believe, Schulze, correct me if I'm wrong, was that not the Jerry Chrisman three-pointer when we played Clearview? Or was that Kingsway? 3 at the buzzer. I don't remember.
It was against?
It was a 5th-ranked team in South Jersey. I do remember that.
Against Dr. McCauley's son played as Delsey.
Yeah,
yep.
Good call. I was close, but not really.
You can see right here, Morgan Sims going to give it to Klein. Klein's going to give it to Caitlin Ott, and Ott's going to get fouled, then go to the free throw line. Caitlin Ott played a very great JV game. I believe the score ended in Sterling having 40 to 15. I might be wrong with that.
Shane Duffy checking into the game, so Sterling appears to be emptying their bench. Mackenzie McDonald, Aaron Quinn, Tori Wilsey, Bridget Dixon, all on the bench right now.
And a good game throughout. Now, even early on, Sterling was able to mix a lot of players in here, and that goes a long way in improving your depth, giving these girls playing time, because again, you never know when you're going to need them. You get into foul trouble, somebody gets injured, or even if you have a game where you want to execute a press a little early on. And obviously that takes a little bit out of you defensively, but if you have the numbers and have the depth, it's something you're able to do.
Klein, long distance 2. No good. Rebound into the hands of Zagoni. Foul called. Looks like they're going to get Ayanna Brown on the foul. As Zagoni takes a seat. Has a really, really impressive night thus far, assuming she does not get back in the game. 11 points for Angie Zagoni, only a sophomore. Going down to my classroom almost.
And you could tell Sterling knew about her because right from the get-go, Sterling, anytime she turned to the basket, always doubled up on her, had to help defense coming her way, but she does a good job when she's being defended tightly. Really is good at creating her own shot.
And not to mention,
Rosie did a good job defending her. Could have been, because she gets a lot more points usually, but they said it was a good battle down low.
How many points did Zagoni get this game?
11.
11 from her usual 16 points average. So Sterling doing a great job defensively, locking off Zagoni and all. And then they had Molly Shoulders, the freshman, up on the post, who was a big problem for Sterling for a little bit, and then able to slow her down too.
Well, I'm pretty sure Sterling is gonna, looks like Sterling's gonna hang on here, 56-27 with just under 5 to play here. I'm fairly confident that Morgan Sims is gonna make her post-game show debut tonight.
Yeah, that would be correct.
Brown, no good. Rebound to Caitlin Ott, down low as she travels. McDonald's night is over. She had 12, spread it out over 4 quarters, 6 in the first, and again, Morgan Sims has what a. That's something that's we talked about this off air, Schulze, a little bit. Is that something that Sterling needed was that outside shooter that they've had in the past. Here she is again, feeling it. She's got the hot hand, but
makes such a difference, especially when you're going to bring defenders out on the perimeter. Opens up the floor for everybody else. And Sims also, even if she's an outside shooter, can really see the floor well and dish the ball off if need be.
And this is what we saw in the 2016 championship game, or the championship run rather. When you had people doubling Jordan Wallace would just kick it right back out to Loie Carter, or Sabrina Shinkowitz, who could hit threes from distance.
When you can get your inside game working in conjunction with your perimeter game in ways you were just saying, man, that can really put you at that next level when you're talking about playing well and moving on deep in the playoffs.
Nice 2 by Lindsay Nolte, the junior. Brings it to 56-29 with 3.5 to play. Klein from distance leaves that one short. Gateway going to drop to 6-5 overall. Sterling going to move to 7-5 and increase their win streak to 5 games.
And it just all came from that one win against West Deptford, and just that big boost of confidence just came flowing through Sterling.
Hey, sub in.
I mean, Sterling had to play the likes of Paulsboro, Gloucester, and Lindenwald, who didn't put much of a fight to Sterling.
It's going to be interesting to see is when we talked about the Haddons earlier, drive by Sims, and they're going to get her for the offensive. They did. We talked about seeing the Haddons again, the Haddon Townships, the Haddon Fields, the Haddon Heightses of the world. This will be a different Sterling team next time around.
I would agree. Especially, I think if you're looking at a low point for this team, it was. I think it was against that Haddonfield team where they just didn't play well. I think in any phase of the game, but with the way they're playing now, you have to feel like it's going to be a different Sterling team, a more confident Sterling team going in there the second time around. And again, when you have a team that has a lot of young players, you're going to tend to have big leaps in improvement from the beginning of the year as you progress to the end.
Sims, yes. Sims. That's her first bucket from inside three-point range.
And that's what you want to see if you're defended closely, which Sims is going to be now, having that ability with a quick first step to drive by the defender and finish down low.
And to get back to your point about Sterling and building the momentum, next time they see the Haddons of the world. You know, don't think that other teams aren't looking at the tape and knowing that Sterling's getting better. They're doing their research too, and they're going to be ready.
And I believe the first game that Sterling played was against Haddon Heights, and I believe that game was close for Sterling. And Sterling almost actually won that game, and hopefully, and it kind of like lost it due to the fouls and all. And
that's a good point, John. They did play well that first game of the year, played well, but it just got into a little bit of a slump, for lack of a better word. And I think when you have younger players out there, that's going to happen. They just have to fight through it and go through it, and give them credit. They did that and got themselves to the point where they're at now in the season.
So Caitlin Ott, only a sophomore, getting some valuable minutes here in the fourth quarter as we're under a minute to play here in the fourth. 58-29. Sterling has led the entire way as Tabby Bay, the sophomore, gets a bucket of her own late in the fourth. Post-game show to follow as Sterling will extend the win streak to 5. Hot battling for the rebound down low, and will stay Sterling basketball with 28 seconds remaining.
Doing a great job being aggressive, going for that ball and able to rip it out, and just unfortunate to keep able to get possession too.
There she is. The hard work pays off down low. Her first field goal of the night.
That's a real nice catch, and just put it right back up by Caitlin Ott.
Another sophomore. This sophomore class, I tell you what, a lot of good athletes.
No doubt.
Sims all the way. She's fouled hard. She's not quitting with under 10 seconds to play. She's looking to push. Gateway says no easy baskets. Got to earn it from the free throw line. They're checking, I think, to see if Morgan Sims is okay. Official having some words. Looks like she's all right. 86% free throw shooter. Clearly the best on the team is Morgan Sims. And I put the jinx on her. That's what I do.
You did it again, Strauss.
I did it
again.
Listen, I apologize to Morgan and her family. She'll hit this one.
Yeah, she will.
See? I redeemed myself. Sort of.
The Channel 19 hex lives on, right?
Sterling wins this one going away 61-31. Morgan Sims had herself a night tonight. Unbelievable night for 16 points for Morgan Sims. Is not to be outdone. Mackenzie McDonald with 12, Tori Wilsey with 11. We'll get off to a quick break, come back with post-game interviews. Sterling extends the win streak to 5. 61-31 is your final. We'll be back right after this.
Then you should adjust your seat or mess with the radio before driving. Buckle your seatbelt. Also, remember to turn your lights on to avoid hitting deer or ignorant pedestrians. Ignore the phone. It can wait. Keep in mind that you're not the only one on the road. Remember, you should always be aware of animals.
oblivious to the facts and supportive of the fiction. What should you believe? Believe the facts. COVID-19 is a real problem, and here's how you can do your part. Social distancing works. 6 feet apart from everyone. Proper mask placement prevents the virus from getting in and out, and lets you breathe normally. And if you're not near a sink, you can use hand sanitizer to kill the virus before it can keep spreading. But whenever you can, wash your hands. Soap, water, happy birthday. You know the drill. Let's help each other get through this. Stay safe, stay healthy, and go to cdc.gov for more information.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's talk about the difference in your team as a team, being a senior leader. What's the difference been in your team in this recent run when you guys are playing really well?
I think once we started losing a couple games in a row, we were starting to get down on ourselves and a little frustrated because we just seemed to be losing who we were as a team. But I think we just came together and are playing a lot better now, so that's always good.
Walk us through here some of your highlights. There you go.
Oh, so there, off the jump ball, you know, the girl on the other team taking it was a lot bigger than Mackenzie, but we somehow found the ball, and Bridget made a nice look to me going to the basket. So.
And as a team, you got up the floor quick. Talk about. Well, let's look at this highlight right here. You see Bridget Dixon. Okay. Okay, there you go. Nice short jumper. You saw that. You got the tip and went down the floor immediately. Talk about your transition game tonight and how good you guys were with that.
So one of our positives as a team is our speed. I think we're always looking to push the ball. In this game, we did that especially well. Every time, there's a shot, box out, we get the rebound. I'm looking to run. Erin Quinn's looking to run. Bridget's looking to run. Everyone's looking to run down the court.
And the thing that seems like, and I'll go back to the Haddonfield games where you guys struggled with missing a lot of shots underneath the basket. It seems like you guys are converting those shots now. Is that a big difference in confidence for your team?
I think that is a big difference in confidence, and we have been working a lot on boxing out. So if there is a missed shot, we're trying to get the rebound, put it back up. Obviously, Morgan Sims did amazing tonight with her shooting. She was on fire. So that is always a big help.
No doubt about it, helping out with the big threes from the outside. Here you see the steal and going the other way, all over the highlight reel. Well, Tori, thanks again for coming on, and I'm sure we'll have you on again.
All right,
in
thank you.
Upcoming game. Okay, good luck. Thanks. And who do we have next here? Mackenzie. Hey, nice job.
Thank you.
Down in the low post. I was talking to Tori about the difference in this team in your team's confidence, and as a team how you look more confident, especially on some of those putbacks.
Yeah.
Was it just a matter of relaxing and letting the game come to you?
It definitely is, because I feel like I try to overthink things, and so when I don't, everything just works out so much better. And so it's just a matter of calming my nerves, and then everything just comes naturally after that.
Now, I don't know if we're going to see it here. I know you see the shot right here. You guys really, a couple times, executed. I know one time in particular, the pick and roll. Talk about how that's a part of what you guys do in your half-court set.
Well, the pick and roll, it works really well. And even when the Gateway started to figure it out a little bit, it's Bridget makes really good passes. That's when she's really good at passing. And so, it works really well. And even if I get stuck, usually there's someone else diving, whether it's Raina or Erin, then I can just find them. So there's multiple options off of it, and it works just really well.
And obviously you and Bridget played last year. Is that one of those things where maybe the execution in that pick and roll may not have been as crisp last year, but just having an extra year together allows you to execute it?
Yeah, it definitely does. And just the fact that her and I were the only two freshmen last year, I feel that definitely helps solidify that bond. And then everyone else around us too is just a big part in it. It's not just us two, it's everyone that's spacing out, diving, going in for rebounds and stuff like that. So.
And they had a very good player on their team, Angie Zagoni, who averages 16 points a game. Talk about you guys on the defensive end with the help defense and getting over there and making it difficult for her. She got 11 points, she usually scored 16. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, obviously we focus a lot on help defense. In the talk before the locker room, Coach just said that our main focus, me and Raina, was to help Tori, and then my girl too, to make sure we were double teaming her. Just because she was really tall, and Tori's girl is obviously pretty good, and so help defense is really key in those situations, and it's team effort.
Is that one thing that's predicated upon a lot of communication?
Oh yeah, and I feel we definitely got a lot better at communicating. So because obviously you have to call where you are, who has who, and Because if like Tori gets beat, like obviously me and Raina or Aaron or whoever's there has to come over, help, get a hand up, and it just helps everyone out. Makes
Well,
it better.
look, great. Like I said, you guys did a great job on both ends of the floor there. We see a bank shot right there. Mackenzie, great job tonight. Thanks for coming on with us.
Of course.
Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Okay. And Morgan Sims,
Morgan Sims, I'll tell you, because I asked her where she went, and she said she didn't want to make things about her.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
So no Morgan.
Okay.
She wants the
about
attention on
highlights here.
everyone else.
There you see Morgan Sims. Talk about what she brings to the table, Kate.
Hey, you know, Morgan coming off the bench, you just never know what she's going to do. Sometimes she plays amazing defense. Sometimes she comes off the bench and hits the three. She's just a total X factor all the time. She's a terrific athlete. She's not afraid of the moment, except when you want to interview her, and then she doesn't want to be on TV. I know. And I have coached Morgan since she was in 4th grade in travel basketball.
Yeah.
It's been kind of fun.
Jacob's.
Oh man, I got some crazy hair. What's up, Jake?
Nothing much. How are you?
I'm great.
Good team win.
Thank you.
They've won. You guys have won 5 straight after losing 4 in a row. What's changed since those first few wins?
I think during the losses we were struggling to figure out who we were and what our identity was. And we sat them down, I guess before we went on the win streak, and just explained to them that you are a defensive team that needs to run out into transition. And if you do that, that's how you're going to win games.
And talking about the defense, they really frustrated Gateway all night in their half-court sets and couldn't get Gazzoni going.
Yeah, I mean, that was the whole point. If we have trouble scoring in a half-court set, we better play tough defense and get out and transition and run. And I think they enjoy frustrating the other team.
And then one last question for you before we go. In the half-court sets, we've seen your daughter a lot, Mackenzie McDonald and Bridget Dixon, really working that pick and roll. Has that been an emphasis in practice?
I mean, it's a play that we work on, and I don't think Gateway adjusted to it very well, so we ran it a few times, and the two of them have played for a few years in AAU together, so they definitely have a good feel for each other.
Well, thank you, Coach. Great win, and thanks for taking the time to be on with us.
Thanks for having us. Thanks, guys.
And we're going to bring it back to John in the booth.
And our next game will be Friday, January 21st, as Sterling basketball as the boys basketball team will be home here against Clearview at 5 p.m. live on Channel 19, YouTube.com/SterlingTV19, as the Sterling girls win over the Gators 51-31. As you see some of our tech crew, Sean over there, one of our cameramen, and also like to special thanks out for the Channel 19 tech crew and Mr. K, Schulz, Josiah, Jacob Clark. I'm John Hallwood, and call it a good night from the Sterling